We're live. Sorry, I'm late. Ryan Kittle, Mr. EU Muscles, made me late because I checked my Twitter feed real quick, and he said something inappropriate about Baby Yoda, and I'm just not going to have it. But he shut up real quick. Maybe I'll show that. And this was supposed to be a positive video. I need to stay off Twitter. And I'm talking about Watch the Witcher release the Snyder Cut. And that's why I wanted my chubby on. I have a chubby, but I wanted my chubby teddy on to talk about the Snyder Cut. Oh, by the way, smash the hell out of the like button. Like when you see Ryan Kittle going after Baby Yoda. Smash the hell out of it. Hey, Yova Rods. And Time Traveler, registered trademark. I also was late because I was watching the Comic Book Cuts video on stealing Solo. Now, I don't want Jeff to fail just because he's a Menace channel. I do not go after Jeff. I don't go after Menace channels unless I see them doing something wrong. After watching the Comic Book Cuts extensive research on the stealing Solo debacle, I think you have to say there was not a good faith effort put towards delivering on his perks. Now, I also was late to this stream because I was trying to find, I read it the other day in Indiegogo's Terms of Service, that it's very valid, and I don't want to say go request a refund. I'm not pushing. I don't like to do aim that at anyone. But as a consumer, and remember, these movements started as consumer movements. As a consumer, if you do not feel there's a good faith effort to fulfill your perks, and on World Class Bullshitter's own Twitter feed, December 2nd, it says, check your mailbox. So, regardless of how they thought it was being shipped, they knew it was on its way without signing it. So there was not any effort put towards signing it. And that was put as the perk on their basic tier. So if you do not fulfill a perk, you have no intention of fulfilling the perk, it's within the consumer's rights to ask for that refund. Beyond that, I'm not saying anything. I'm just saying to say, and he is not lying. With Jeff said, I have the right to sue for defamation of character. Are you freaking kidding me? Fandom Menace talking about defamation of character and suing. Everyone can sue anyone for defamation of character on the internet. Doesn't mean they're going to necessarily win. And if we're talking about the cold hard facts, maybe you could say he was saying, Comic Book Cut said he was stealing the money, stealing Solo, but it's tame compared to what you're getting with the Menace channels. Skip the Rise of Skywalker? Never. More power to you, brother. Go ahead. Go right ahead. I'm just saying, if you're not interested in the Rise of Skywalker, there is a lot more options with streaming. I am really looking forward to The Witcher. Even if I wanted to see The Rise of Skywalker, I'd be like, I'd rather watch the 8 episodes of The Witcher, and I do not want that spoiled for me. And I am still planning on recording myself. Maybe I'll just do it on StreamYard, watching Grace Randolph's spoiler review to prove that I'm boycotting the movie. But more power to you, Phobic Xeno. More power to you. That's all I ask from fandom. If you're going to complain, vote with your wallet. Either way, for something or against something. Instead of just bitching all the time. Okay, Yova Rods, Mad Max. Girls want you to join their stream on one condition. Be respectful, no hate, and they want you to contact them for a stream schedule. I can play by the rules of other YouTubers. That's fine. I still want to talk with them. I want them on this show too because I am for Raylo. I want Reylo to happen. Because if someone is getting something out of this trilogy, more power to you. There's nothing left for this trilogy for me personally. Don't be offended by me saying that. There's just not. I've held off on hate videos. I want Reylo to happen. One point as it is, just to see the reaction from the Fandom Menace. And I could sit back, get my popcorn, and watch the internet explode when Reylo happens. And that'll make me happy as hell. I have issues with the new characters, but not as my major issues. I could forgive those issues if they didn't treat the OG characters so horribly, including the actors like Mark Hamill. That's why I personally cannot forgive the sequel trilogy. But I love the Mando, and I'm going to talk about the Mando tomorrow. Phobic Xeno, hail Matt. You don't have to hail nothing. Thank you for the sentiment. You're all equals here. Reylo is the only weapon to destroy the anti-Science. Oh, I cannot wait. Can you imagine? Although they might get a boost saying, hey, we told you Reylo is going to happen. Oh, yes. Okay, Sir Nerdlot, 2 out of 3, not bad. Can't wait for The Witcher. Would love to see the Snyder cut, but of course, I'll see The Rise of Skywalker. More power to you, brother. My only point is there's so many. The other reason I'm saying this is this release the Snyder cut is getting a lot of traction. Henry Cavill is not. They're ignoring him. They released the slate of DC movies coming up, and Superman, the Man of Steel 2 is not in there. The thing that would put it on the fast track is really going hard. Watch The Witcher. Watch it twice. Get Henry Cavill as the main man. Get a lot of traction with a hot series. And that's the way to get him back into this discussion of the DC movie universe and get more discussions about release the Snyder cut. So I think as if you are a DC fan and you want this to happen, Chubby Teddy's. My Chubby's here. And I also got a Chubby Teddy.
Hey there. What's going on, man? How you doing, Max?
All right, this is just going to be a small stream.
Cool.
I was going to be more positive, talking about watch The Witcher and release the Snyder cut, how it could go along, something positive. I'm not only about boycotts. When there's something good happening, watch. I'm here for my man Henry Cavill. Watch The Witcher.
Absolutely.
And that's another way. If The Witcher takes off, which it looks like it could. It looks like
I agree.
It really could get some traction. That's the way to get Henry Cavill back in the discussion for Man of Steel 2, back in the discussion of the DC movie universe, because he is not in one of the announcements of their upcoming films.
Oh, no, it's kind of a weird spot. I mean, there's a lot of funky stuff. I think good funk. I think Prince funk behind the scenes that we like. But everything's just, when you're dealing with new management and new higher ups, I mean, there's just a new culture in the workplace that's coming in. We're waiting on J.J. Abrams to be done with Rise of Skywalker so he can come in. We're waiting on Chris Terrio to finish all that up so he can kind of say what happened and kind of lay down all the dirty laundry that took place during Justice League. So, but this is a good thing, man. This is a good thing. It's just they're kind of trimming the fat now and getting to the lean mass,
But if the discussion's not being had right now at Warner Brothers, if The Witcher's trending this weekend,
I think so.
Especially if the Rise. I'm not saying. I know have fans of the sequel trilogy in this chat right now. I'm not rooting for your sequel trilogy to fail. But if it does not meet expectations, but The Witcher exceeds expectations, you damn better know that they're going to have those discussions about, hey, we got Henry Cavill still under contract. Maybe we better get another meeting with him.
Oh yeah, and technically, from what I understand, he's still under contract for like 2 more movies
Right.
after Justice League.
They could just act on the contract or just let it go.
Right.
But if the Witcher takes off, man.
I know. I'm excited. I'm definitely excited. I know a lot of the, he was put on the spot by the guy about the Snyder cut and everything. And you got to remember with Henry, and this is just my belief, and this is my school of thought here. I'm in this school of thought. Jason Momoa, Gal Gadot, even Ezra Miller, they still have jobs. Okay.
Yeah.
Ben Affleck, he's just kind of like, whatever. If they bring me back, they bring me back, but whatever. What's his face? Ray Fisher with Cyborg. He's just, he's totally devoted. Like, he doesn't care. He's just like, release the Snyder cut. He's all about, artistic expression and just all killer, no filler content and everything. But Henry Cavill, man, he still wants to have a career. He still, I don't want to make it sound like he's Metallica selling out or anything like that. But, he wants to be Superman still. He still has stake in that, and there's just all the rumors and all that gossip going on that took place last year. Is he still Superman or not? He did that whole thing with the Superman doll and everything, just showing that, he still has stake in Superman. Something I never brought up, Max, a couple of years back. So my wife and I took a trip to France. Okay.
Yeah.
And on our last excursion, they left us in Paris. Okay. They didn't leave us, but we were in Paris and they just said, hey, just go out in the town, enjoy yourself. Here's some maps, do whatever. I logged into my Facebook and I followed Henry Cavill, and he was at this DC art exhibit. Okay. They had a DC art exhibit at Art Ludique Museum in Paris. Okay. And we were there. And and he was there walking around. It was like on a Thursday, okay? Nobody was there. And he was talking to people. I mean, I missed him by like a half hour, apparently. Yeah. But they were talking. I talked to some of the people there that, knew English and everything, that were able to chat with him. He said he was a really nice guy. He was very interactive with everybody. But he really wants Superman to be, he really wants the part, and he really wants the movies to flourish. And in all honesty, he did say that they brought up about, somebody asked him about how he felt about Zack Snyder's tone. And he's like, I think he's pushing it in the right direction, just hang in there because good things are happening. And now this is before Zack Snyder had left, I guess, or at least it was public. And because he still had the beard and the mustache, he was filming Mission Impossible.
Yeah.
But it was a trip, Max. So, anyways, I think good things are going to happen with him. I think we're going to see some awesome things coming from DC soon. I think it's just with the Snyder cut going to that. How are they going to market it? How are they going to get it out there?
I wasn't against the Snyder cut. I just it's never going to happen because I didn't think the special effects were done. Now that we know that there's a good chance that the special effects and the cut is along its way and they just didn't use it from Jason Momoa, then I'm like, hell yeah, it can happen. I just think the only thing holding it up now is the Warner Brothers are like, what was that HBO show, Entourage? They're very similar, and they're spiteful when things don't work out, and they just don't want to do it. Yeah.
There's a little bit of pride that's going to be stung here.
Right.
For sure, man.
The Warner Brothers, the guys at the top, just like they didn't like the actor that played Aquaman in Entourage.
Yeah.
I think well,
that's awesome.
Look, how accurate is Entourage? If you haven't watched that series, go back and watch, especially that was done before who's the Me Too guy?
Oh, yeah. God, what's his name? Oh, jeez.
But it's accurate. It's accurate.
Yeah, it totally is.
It's so accurate of how Hollywood works. I really believe it, and I think I think it's the only thing holding up the Snyder cut. When they pushed a more darker version of Superman after the Dark Knight trilogy, they pushed it that way, and he delivered.
Totally did. Yeah, absolutely. That was what they wanted to do. They wanted to make Superman relevant to our time, and really, in all honesty, if you really look at some of the comics, like the Man of Steel from John Byrne from, I think, 86. Dude, there's a lot of Zack Snyder put a lot of nods in that comic into Man of Steel. Heck, there was the Adventures of Superman, that cartoon, where they even posed the question, does the world need Superman? Had people on the fence going public saying, like, I don't know about this Superman guy. I don't know who he fights for, who he's politically, sound with. And then you have some people saying, like, hey, I just think he's a nice guy trying to do the right thing. And this was a cartoon in like the 90s, man, when the animated series of Batman was going on. So Snyder really did his homework. A lot of people say he's not, he's not, he kind of went his own way.
He gets bashed because it's trendy to bash on it. Like the Batman v Superman, a lot of it was just this YouTube culture too of bashing things to get views. I don't think it's as bad as they say. The only thing that really bothered me was the Doomsday. I didn't like that scene a lot, and that's what in killing Superman off too quickly and stuff like that. But other than the beginning of the movie was great when they're showing Bruce Wayne going in the streets trying to save his employees, and that was amazing. I love that. That
was awesome. What's interesting, Max, is there's a comic book. From what I understand, the original Batman vs Superman script was going to be more like Superman, Batman, Public Enemies, and Metallo was actually supposed to be the main villain. Lex was going to be involved. The guy who had his legs amputated from the whole beginning scene, who worked for Bruce Wayne, that was supposed to be Metallo, man. And he was going to get the Black Zero virus. And it was going to be much different. And I guess the reason why Snyder went the route of Death of Superman was, and this is Reddit information, man. So, definitely take this with a grain of salt and chase it down with a Twinkie or something, man. You know how Reddit stuff is. But apparently Jeff Johns kind of got his ego hurt because they didn't take his script initially with Man of Steel. You got to remember, when Man of Steel was pushed after The Dark Knight Rises, they wanted Nolan to come back, but Nolan was like, listen, I've got my money. I made Inception. I'm on my way. I don't want to do more comic book movies, but here's Zack Snyder. I recommend him to do Superman. Here you go. And all these comic book writers from DC just kind of came out of the woodwork. I mean, I think Grant Morrison, Mark Millar, Jeff Johns, and they wanted to go with the more Donner-esque Superman. Yeah. And what Zack Snyder, I guess him and David Goyer, they got together and they created Man of Steel. And it was just, they're like, hey, we got to do this. We've got to make basically, they didn't want Superman to be a Gary Stu. They wanted, because they just didn't feel like it was right for the times. The world grew out of Christopher Reeve, And
it's not like a sequel trilogy. This is why I'm for a different take on Superman, but I'm so against the Luke, because that's the only official version of Luke Skywalker we're going to get in the sequel trilogy. But we've had so many successful Supermans, to bring it in reality. The Superman, I understand why people say, oh, Superman doesn't kill, but to bring it in reality, to really take it in another direction, and he really didn't want to. He did not want it. You saw that was such a powerful scene when he had to snap Zod's neck. I love that scene. That's where people hated it, but I'm like, what else? He had no other choice.
Exactly. It's odd. I'm so glad you brought that up, Max, because that the whole point of that movie is basically Superman creating his rules. Okay. This is the birth of Superman, and that he felt the pain and the anguish of, killing somebody. And you gotta love Cavill too. The way he did that scream with the crying and everything. It was beautiful, man. It was tragic, man, but it was so beautiful how well done it was.
I do have to address the chat, including the CJH is trying.
No worries.
The CJH is trying to call me out. I'll get to that in a moment.
Oh no.
Okay, but Sir Nerd-a-Lot, if you can only have one, Cavill as Witcher or Superman, too early to tell, and I don't like your question, Sir Nerd-a-Lot, because I want both.
I'm with you.
And then Phobic Xeno, if you like The Mandalorian, you are a Disney Star Wars fan. Screw you, Phobic Xeno. I like quality. I'm not paying for it. I watch it. I'm not stealing it. Well, I don't know. Gray area, gray order, gray area.
Right.
The CJH. Hello there. Keep trying to get Max in my live streams, but he never answers. So we're gonna have to schedule. That's okay. Call me out, brother. That's what you can do. But here, CJH. Here's what I like about him. He's always ready. I do have a full-time job, and I'm trying to get more comfortable hosting streams on my channel. And sometimes he sends me the link, like I'm going to go live shortly, and I just don't have the time. That's the only thing that's causing me an issue. I will eventually be on your channel. I just can't give you a time right now. And when it gets to the weekend, I want to host a lot of stuff on my channel here. So in the future, and we lost Chubby Teddy. I don't know if he's coming back. We'll see. Let me see more of this chat here. And I'm going to get to, there's some other things I want to show. I want to show this amazing video clip about, what's Bill Burr's character name on the Mando? Here he is. Okay, so I addressed the chat, and I'm trying to think. Chubby Teddy, here's why I originally didn't want to stream much. I have mental problems, and I have problems focusing and with my memory, and I cannot remember a lot of stuff. I cannot remember his character name on The Mandalorian, Bill Burr. But I love.
Oh gosh, I've got the same problem too, Max. Okay. I think I got to up my Adderall and have a bedpan anytime I sit down and watch something, man. I hear you.
but I wanted to show, I'm also experimenting with StreamYards where I can share stuff. And I want to show another YouTube. I want to watch, it's only a 3-minute video, but an amazing interview with Bill Burr. It's like this channel's got like 20K to 30K subs, KFC radio or something.
Oh, cool.
Hey, Mad Max, if you need a mod, you have me. I will in the future. I forget how to do it right now, and I'm not going too much longer, but I want to show this clip because I really like this clip, and I'm experimenting with sharing videos and stuff so my videos get better. So I'll try this again. I had success earlier. All right. Bill Burr, share audio. Okay, and then I'm going to go back here.
Look at you. You're getting this thing down, man. Nice.
A little bit. I'll turn the volume up. And tell me in the chat if you hear it. So I subscribe to them. I must have subscribed on my other channel. I'll subscribe again. Okay, KFC Radio. Go check them out. They seem like a couple young. I haven't seen them before, but this video just popped up in my feed and I loved it. So we're gonna watch it right now. Make sure to tell me in the chat if you hear it. I think this is worth sharing.
I mean, Star Wars, F is for family. Hey, any?
By the way, November 11th.
Can you all hear?
Jon Favreau and
I can hear it fine.
They all did one episode, and I've never been a sci-fi guy.
Yeah, how funny that you end up in the biggest sci-fi.
Yeah,
like
I like more like I was always like more Blade
Runner.
I
love his character.
Sam Rockwell movie, that Moon.
Totally.
Space Odyssey 2001. I like that creepy sort of thing. By the time I watched Star Wars, it was just too late in the game for me. I was watching Fast Times at Ridgemont High and Animal House and shit, and then just like, may the force be with you. So anyways, how I ended up getting that was I talked to John. I was just like, John, I've made fun of this like a million times in my podcast. And he goes, yeah, I think that's what would be funny. I think it'd be funny.
His jokes were hilarious.
So then I did it, and I was like, I hope that went well. Because I don't know anything about that world, know. I mean, I know Chewbacca. I know the Mount Rushmore guys, right?
Right.
So, but then on the last day, I don't know if I'm even allowed to say, like, the level of technology, dude, was fucking crazy. Like I was almost one scene almost got vertigo because it was like shit moving in the background behind the actor. Like if the camera moved, the whole background moved.
Oh,
it
wow.
was fucked. So you're just locked in on the act. So
This is great.
On the last day, they had me up on this thing doing whatever. And he came walking in with like this iPad into this, like we were surrounded 360 by this green screen. He just goes, "You want to see the trailer?" And I was like, yeah, you know. And he pressed play, and when I watched the trailer everybody's seen now, and I was like, oh my god, this looks like a spaghetti western. Like when I saw the stormtrooper heads impaled,
I loved it
I
too.
was just like, what the
Totally.
fuck is this? Like this is the Star Wars I've been waiting for. So
See, the Star Wars I've been waiting for.
it's cool. You know what's funny is
That's awesome.
I've always had like sports fans coming up to me, going like, "Dude, I got you're the berries, dude." And all this crazy stuff. And yesterday at the Redskins game, I had like this Comic-Con type kid come up, and they're like the nicest, most the
that's
opposite
cool.
energy.
Hello, Mr. Burr. How are you?
Hey, just want to say I'm really excited about. It's just, I can't wait for that to come out.
It's only like a
laughing.
minute-
I'm like,
minute
you're
left.
the most adorable
That's
person I've ever
awesome.
met in my life.
This is awesome, man.
See, those are the people
So
who aren't
I-
worried about the Yankees losing. They're happy.
And
And
I
they're nice.
am excited that I'm going to somehow be on people like that's radar, because I did one other thing out there. I've only been to one Comic-Con. I got to host this thing. Vince Gilligan once again hooked me up, which is the reason I ever got to where the hell I'm at as far as like any acting that I do. He had me host this Breaking Bad thing. You know, I was like typical Comic-Con, bunch of nerds dressing like Chewbacca. I went down there. They were fucking the nicest.
Yeah.
And they were so into TV. They were just like, how did you mic that scene when you like? They were like, it's just like, it was just like us if we talked to a baseball player.
Right.
Can you show me how to throw a knuckleball? How do you just push it? I got a big wiffle ball game. I know you're busy. Like they're like that about all of these TV shows. So I think it's going to be a fun, like next sort of thing where having a foot in both of those.
I would say
have a
getting
foot
into
Star
the
Wars is
Star Wars
fucking
universe
good.
is a good idea. you know?
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
bad for business.
Yeah.
Yes, a
Thank
lot
you
of
to
good
Jon
things going
Favreau
on.
for reaching down.
That's
Okay,
awesome.
So I just
You
want
gotta
to,
love that.
yeah, go check them out. I don't know much about that YouTube channel. I'm gonna minimize it now. See, I'm learning.
That's awesome, dude. You got this down. You're getting this down, man. You're like the pool boy, dude.
Oh, I'm going hard at the pool boy.
I saw that.
I'm learning how to do this YouTube game. Snowdub is here.
I saw that.
We are going to have a war council. I hope you can make it, but I don't want to speak for you. Or if you're too busy, it's also near the
Yeah, I probably
holidays.
got it. I got to dip. I got to spend a little time with the boo, man. But I wanted to just check in and see how things are going, man. And
Yeah,
I mean, you're making waves, dude. I don't know if it was a good thing to hook you up with to have you get acquainted with the comic book hut, but
I don't care. I want to
this
join.
is awesome.
I want to join forces with the comic book cut.
He's pretty cool.
Yeah, he doesn't want to collab. He's like, I don't do live streams. I show up in their live streams to piss them off, and he's like, I'm not helping them out. I think he is. Maybe he goes a little too. Maybe he goes harder than I do. But he is a consumer advocate, and for them to say they could possibly sue him for defamation of character was really lame, Jeff. That was lame. That was lame as hell.
Dude.
Look at who's talking. These big movements that like to call stuff out. Maybe
I know, man. They just
I'm not innocent myself, but to bring that up.
Go ahead, Max.
Here's my issues with the whole debacle to begin with. I wish the best for Jeff. I wish the best for Jesse. I applaud him for wearing his heart on his sleeves and trying. But
yeah,
for zero attempts to fulfill perks, that's where I have an issue with.
That's kind of where I'm at with you.
And then if you're going to ignore requests for refunds, when you give a dead date by sending out a card saying ship by February, you put that on yourself.
Yeah.
And then when you don't have any attempt to fulfill a perk, then it's within the consumer's right to ask for a refund. I'm sorry. If you had no attempt to sign it, because that was in your base perk signature.
Yep.
So I'm sorry, Jeff. I don't want lots of people to go ask for refunds. But if you did not attempt to fulfill, now maybe he'll do that on the next one. We'll see.
Yeah, he'll figure it out. I mean, I tell you what, I know the Hut kind of goes a little hard on him, but if you really watch Jeff and kind of he's a good guy, man. I'm sure he'll get it straightened out. I don't know. That's just I don't know. I don't know.
I just don't like EVS saying that he's a scab, a parasite, and a puppy kicker. That's not cool. To handle criticism of your movement, because basically a lot of us got into this movement not just for the typical identity politics is the most trending of the topics to cover, and that's why Jeremy has success, because he just repeats the same shit over and over and over again. Yeah, but there's some in this movement that got in it that were just as concerned with quality and respecting consumers too, and that is lost. And the response to him was ridiculous. You're just giving him ammunition to make more videos, because that was ridiculous. And for me to make videos, I'm not going to not cover it. It's a consumer problem. It's a problem in these movements. And guess what? EVS was not a backer.
Jeez, that's crazy. Really?
He showed for it. He said he's the next Joe Quesada, but he wasn't a backer.
Right. I remember that.
Without really knowing much. And I'm not, again, the time period was exciting for these comic pros, getting all these traction, all these super chats. But there was also like pressure to have people on that paid you these super chats when you didn't really know how their fulfillment was going to go. So that's why it's kind of gone to shit. I'm sorry. I hope them the best in the future. I should have maybe gone on to this, but see, here's the thing. They're like, people are like, why do you keep talking about it? Because it comes so naturally, and I care about it. I actually care about the consumer fandom first. That's what I try to do on my channel.
Well, yeah. And did Jessie really like go off on the Hut? Because I heard like you kind of like
she always goes hot, and I'm the dollar store doomcock. That's right. I like that though. I actually think, hey, you in the chat that are Doomcock fans, I don't think Doomcock's got nothing on me. Ha!
Yeah. Bizarro Doomcock. That's awesome. Just kind of going through the chats.
I think we're gonna end it now, but I want to end it on a positive note.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm not just for boycotts. I'm not just for attacking creators. I don't think it's what we're doing. I think we're actually exploring the concerns of the consumer. But something good you could do if you're not really looking forward to the Rise of Skywalker and you want to release the Snyder Cut, you want to help Henry Cavill, watch The Witcher twice.
Absolutely, man. That's awesome, Max.
That stuff trends, and that's the best way to get him back in the conversation. And that's really where I want to end this, along with that clip of Bill Burr, which I love. The Star Wars I've been waiting for. What a headline.
Totally. I love it. Dude, you got really good fans, Max. I'm reading all the comments, and I got to say, man, like some of these guys are just really honest hearted, man. Like I got Christopher Barker here. Like, dude, how's he a nice guy? I love it. I don't know. I'm trying to be a nice guy, man. I don't want Jesse yelling at me.
I try too. I'm trying to go the gray order way, but I have a hard time censoring myself. I'm not saying it's censoring yourself. I'm just saying being fair and balanced. But I'm telling you, I'm not making this shit up. I honestly believe what I'm saying.
Oh, I'm with you. No, I hear you, man. I'm picking up what you're putting down, dog. I hear you.
So Snowdub says this was a quick stream, yes. And Yova Rhodes, Raylo, this is the way. I'm all for Raylo. I want it to happen. I will try to do this reaction vid to Grace Randolph, and I hope she says Raylo. And if she says Raylo, I'm going to be the first one to cheer.
That's awesome. Oh, Grace Randolph, she's funny. Yeah. She's a character, man. Dude, the way she talks about the Snyder Cut, she's the one that like totally supports us. She's the one that's saying stuff like, yeah, she's like, listen, keep doing what you're doing, Snyder Cut people. Like, things are in negotiations right now, probably. Listen, you're not going to hear anything about, Zack Snyder at Brazil Comic-Con, but don't get discouraged. Like, keep doing what you're doing. Fight the good fight. And Zack Snyder's just like posting all this stuff. Apparently, here's what I think they're going to do. He might, because you saw the black suit reveal, right?
Yeah.
He wants to have that in the full movie.
Yeah.
That's awesome. And I don't know. I mean, I don't want to get my hopes up, but sounds like Steppenwolf might get the H.R. Giger look that he initially had, which that would be awesome.
I hope. I'm hoping. I have high hopes. I really think there's a reason. I don't think Snyder would be posting all this stuff if there wasn't a strong reason to suggest it's possible. Like,
totally.
he wouldn't be posting all this stuff if he didn't think they had the ability to do it. I think the only thing holding it up is Warner Brothers, and maybe they are just playing a game to really give free press for HBO Max. At least as I'm hoping for.
That's the reasonable thing to think, yeah.
But I think it's 50-50. I think it's 50-50 that they might be holding it in free press for HBO Max, and then the other 50% is Warner Brothers top brass holding a grudge and being snotty.
Yep. And I think there's just one person left that was part of that regime that kind of undermined Snyder. So we'll see what happens, man. And the thing is, remember, Chris Terrio, who all with the Rise of Skywalker, he was involved with, him and Zack Snyder wrote all those Justice League movies together. So I mean, he was involved in all that stuff went down in Chinatown, man. So we'll see what's going on.
Chris Terrio?
Yeah, Chris Terrio.
Okay, and then he is with JJ. He wrote the Rise of Skywalker.
Yes.
And JJ's going over to Warner Brothers.
Yep. So, I mean, things are looking, I mean, things are set, looking like the pieces are fitting, but you never know. You never really know what's going to happen, but the glass is half full for me. I'll just put it that way.
Yeah, me too. And I think Watch the Witcher, I don't think I could get anything trending, but Watch the Witcher,
man.
Watch the Witcher and release the Snyder Cut together, and I'm going to try to link up Henry Cavill and Zack Snyder. Although I think Henry Cavill is the only one that hasn't said anything about it because he's under some type of weird contract.
Yeah,
where he can't comment on it. I think it'll be
I think he's just trying to preserve his job. Number one, I think for Superman, he's just trying to play the political game. And, you got to remember, too, he's out promoting The Witcher. And Netflix and Warner Brothers, they're kind of competition. So, he doesn't want to spray bitch off all over, The Witcher when he's promoting. You know what I mean? He shouldn't be talking about the Snyder Cut when he's promoting.
Right. I think that's
The Witcher.
I think other than that, he would be all in on these tweets that Zach's putting out. I think so too. I do want to end it here. I do want to also say that Snowdub just dropped another Doberman video. Go check it out.
Oh, he's awesome. I love Snowdub.
And Time Traveler, registered trademark. It just seems so odd to get so angry all the time over Raylo. They're just trying to trigger people for views. They don't really care about Raylo. And it's not more disturbing than Joanna, I'll tell you that. Their weird relationship. She's beautiful. She's so talented. Beyonce, she's trash. She's garbage. I don't think, say what you will about Anna, I don't think she's more talented than Beyonce. So.
Oh my God. Did he say that? Bull Boy said that?
No, but he does one video where he talks about how great Anna is. And then the next video, the same 24 hours, Beyonce's trash. She's garbage. She doesn't. The only thing good about Beyonce is her ass.
Oh my God, that guy.
That's where I came up with the bipolar Wayman respecter. So the only difference about Anna is she talks to you. So
oh my God.
Okay, awesome. So we'll end it there. We ended on a hot note, Chubby Teddy.
All right.
I'm glad good. I could have you on this stream because we're talking about the Snyder Cut. So I'm glad you're able to come on And you sound
Thanks
great.
for having me.
Your mic sounds great. Everything. I love the picture of your dog.
Thank you.
And
He says hi.
Oh yeah.
Doug says hi.
Hi. What's his name again?
Doug, like in the movie Up.
Doug. Hi,
Yeah.
Doug. Yes,
Doug.
subscribe to Chubby Teddy, and we're gonna end it fast. Bye, guys.
All right. Peace, love. Release the Snyder Cut.
Watch The Witcher too.
And The Witcher. Thanks, guys.